you knew what this one social trick was, you'd already be the most social guy in your entire fucking town. Does that annoy you? The fact that just because this one social trick has been hiding under your fingertips, you need to struggle with approach anxiety. It annoys me because I approach new people every single day and I still have to struggle with approach anxiety and I need to push through it. Imagine how much easier life would have been if I could have just completely diminished it. That's what we are going to talk about in this video. Now, before I actually show you and reveal what this trick is, I first need to explain what approach anxiety is and why it happens. Because if I don't explain it, I'm going to tell you what this trick is and you're going to not use it because you genuinely think it's bad and it's dark and it's dangerous, and you aren't going to use it because it genuinely does sound at face value like a really bad thing to do and say. But once you actually understand why approach anxiety happens, I think you'll be more receptive to hearing me out. Approach anxiety is essentially you pedestalizing someone else. So essentially, you don't want to talk to someone because you are afraid of being rejected because you put them in a higher position than you are. You're afraid that if I go and talk to them, they are going to be annoyed because they don't want to be bothered, or they have their headphones in so they don't want to talk to me, or they look a little cold. And then your brain starts fighting you. So this is yourself making these excuses. Now your brain starts fighting you and starts saying stuff like, do you even want to talk to them? I don't think you do want to talk to them. And, you have better stuff to do. It's a waste of time to talk to this person. You have other things. You can't talk to this person, bro. You have other stuff. Don't do it. And now it's not only yourself against yourself, but it's your brain against yourself. And now you literally have two enemies. It's 2 against 1. This isn't inherently bad. This is literally your brain trying to protect you. Think about it from this perspective. In days of old, if you were rejected by your tribe mates, that literally meant death. I want you to understand how serious that is. If you were in a tribe and you were an outcast and no one really liked you and you were a little weird, you would get your resources stolen in the tribe. You may get even exiled from the tribe. So now you're alone in this huge jungle, in this battle royale type world where it's very difficult to acquire food and water, and there are also tons of dangerous animals that want to eat you, and there are also tons of other tribes that want to kill you. You are not going to survive that environment. You are going to be constantly stressed, and your brain has been designed through thousands of years of evolution to tailor you to be the most amicable guy so that everyone wants to be your friend and people get along with you and no one hates you, so you don't die. But because of this, when you talk to someone in the modern day, your brain still kind of gets haywired and thinks that it's telling the times where if you were to get judged and rejected, you die, which of course you aren't. I mean, the guy you're talking to probably doesn't have the authority to just kick you out of the country if he doesn't like you, right? So you aren't really at any risk if you talk to a new stranger, but your brain doesn't understand that. And because of that, when you're about to talk to them, your brain starts giving you signals. Don't do it. It's risky. Don't do it. Get away. And you just end up instinctively feeling nervous. You need a way, a method to annihilate these natural instincts that aren't really applicable to modern day life. And that's where the new trick comes in. It's delusion. That's the trick. You need to delude yourself into thinking that you are way more valuable than you actually are, And you need to also delude yourself into thinking the person you're talking to is way less valuable than they actually are. And what this does is it kind of puts you on the pedestal now. It makes it so you're looking down on them and you think, I literally stand to lose nothing by talking to this person. And in fact, they stand to lose more than you stand to lose if they reject you. And I know this sounds narcissistic and it sounds really rude, and wait, so you're saying that you need to picture yourself as better than everyone and you aren't meant to treat people like how good they actually are? Well, first of all, that's not exactly what it is. You're just deluding yourself in your mind. You aren't actually saying it to anyone. You're deluding yourself into thinking you're better than them. That is true. But if you think thinking things in your mind is narcissistic, then you're a fucking idiot, because it's not. If you think in your mind and you don't actually act on it and you're respectful and you're nice to people, but you use this method in order to give you clarity and confidence and make it so you can talk to people and improve your life, how is that narcissism? It just doesn't make sense to me. You doing this isn't narcissistic, and I want to just make this disclaimer. When you do this, the level of confidence that you'll gain will be unfathomable. You'll be able to talk to anyone at any time, and it won't even be scary at all. But because you delude yourself so well that you can talk to anyone at any time, I want you to also just keep in mind not to be rude to people, not to be mean or anything, and don't act all entitled if someone doesn't be receptive to you. It's fine, okay? You use this to be confident. You don't actually use this to be rude to people. So have this clear line of being respectful and kind, but also thinking that you're better than them. And by doing this, you can talk to anyone simply because you don't think there's anything to lose. You can go up to a stranger and you have this aura of confidence surrounding you simply because you're thinking to yourself, I'm better than this person because I'm really good at being social, and in 2 years from now I'm going to have a magnificent physique while they look like shit, and I'm going to be a future millionaire, and all of this stuff that makes you think that you're better than them. You aren't saying this to them again, be respectful, but because you delude yourself, and what you're doing is essentially giving yourself affirmations. Affirmations are like this thing where you tell yourself something continuously and it makes your mind tailor your self-image to it. So you, for example, stand in front of a mirror and you constantly say, I am a hard worker, I am a hard worker, I am a hard worker. Now your brain thinks that it's a hard worker, and it kind of makes it so you naturally line into being a hard-working person, and you kind of naturally start working a little harder. That's kind of what you're doing. You're giving yourself these affirmations of being better than this person. Of course, you actually kind of need to be working towards it. If you say that you're a future millionaire, but you literally do nothing that would even make you money, then it's a little harder to delude yourself because it's not even close to being true. But that's just something that you can do that will completely eliminate your approach anxiety, because you think that you have Elon Musk level of status. Think about it. Well, when Elon Musk goes and approaches somebody who he doesn't know, do you think he's in his head and thinking, what if this guy rejects me? What if he doesn't like me? This is a little scary. I don't want to be rejected. I don't want this rando to hate me. Oh my gosh, this is going to affect my life forever. But no, of course not. Elon Musk doesn't care, because he's Elon Musk. He's one of the richest people on the planet, if not the richest. And he's also sending rockets into space. He doesn't care what some random thinks of him, right? You're basically doing the same thing. You don't care what this guy thinks of you. because you picture yourself as being better than him in every single way. That's what you need to do to completely get over your approach anxiety. And it becomes a lot easier when you actually are this person, when you actually do have a really nice physique, and when you actually are quite wealthy, and when you actually are good at being social. But right now, you probably aren't. No disrespect, but you probably aren't at that level right now. But even so, just deluding yourself still works. Do this, and I promise you will be able to talk to anyone so much more easily. Next time you go out, try this and comment down below how it actually affected you and how it helped. Before I end this video, I have the Social Protocol Framework. It's a course where I basically outline all of the rules and steps that I set for myself to go from level 0 social skills to level 2, which is like being able to talk to anyone at any time and being able to have deep conversations and make friends. If you want that, check out the link in the description. You can read more about it there. Remember, consistency is over a lifetime. Bye-bye.